first time visiting my channel, my name is Amber, and make sure you hit that subscribe button before you leave. So as you guys know, I love a good protective style. You guys know that I have been in like a little phase where I had really enjoyed like protective styling wigs for so long that I really was not feeling like dealing with my natural hair. I will say I have gotten over that hump. I am back to working with my natural hair, but I must admit I love wearing a good wig to church, baby.
Church wig.
So I was preparing to install this unit by Lavy hair to go to church tomorrow, and I decided to come and talk to you guys about just another little tip that I think is helpful for hair growth tips, and it kind of ties along with protective styling. If you guys saw my last video, it was my 5 best tips for growing out your natural hair, and as you guys know, I like to keep it really simple with my hair, so all the tips that I always give are really easy. And I made it a point to say that you do not have to protective style to grow out your hair. Protective styling is purely optional. I love to protective style. You guys know my favorite protective style of choice is wigs, because I'm not really, you know, committed to anything when I'm wearing a wig. But you do not have to protective style, but it is a good option. I decided to actually come and talk about something that I really have probably been putting in practice for the last year, and it really has made a difference for me in length retention and just making sure that I protective style effectively. So first things first, this hair is from Lavy hair, and I'm just going to give you guys the details just in case you already know how to install a wig and you don't really care to see how I install my units and you just want to know about this unit. This is a 360-degree lace unit. I know they have been popular going around right now, so I decided that I wanted to try one, and this particular unit is the Burmese Deep Curly. It is 22 inches and it is 130% density. I am 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, so 22 inches straight comes right at my tailbone, and this one comes right underneath my boobs. You can't really see it because it is out of frame, but that is the details of the unit. Like I said, I decided about a year ago that I was going to stop cornrowing my hair under my units, and the reason that I decided to do it, because really when I think about protective styling, I think about something that's gonna do the least amount of damage, the least amount of manipulation, and I'm really not looking for something that's going to break my hair off in the process. And I just found that cornrowing my hair underneath my units just caused more damage than good. I have very fine texture hair, so whenever I would go to cornrow my hair, I felt like just all the manipulation from cornrowing my hair to braid it down to put it underneath the unit was actually causing breakage before I could even get the protective style done. And that may just be my hair, and trust me, I am not a tight braider. I'm not, just because I don't braid that often. So if anything, I braid more along the loose side. So it's not that I was braiding my hair too tight. I just feel like the manipulation was breaking my hair off. And then also, because I do have curly hair, it is really not suggested to braid your hair wet or in its curly state, because your hair is its most fragile when it's in its wet state, so it's more prone to breakage. So I try not to braid my hair curly, which is another reason why I don't do like cornrow braid outs anymore. I used to do them a lot when I was transitioning, but my hair, you know, your hair is just fragile when it's wet, so a lot of times if you're going to braid your hair down or you need to cornrow your hair down, you have to blow dry it first. So in this whole process of protective styling, I'm having to put direct heat on my hair by blow drying it, and then I'm manipulating it by putting it in these cornrows, when really I could get my hair just as flat just by doing 4 plaits. Sometimes if I feel like I want to get my hair a little bit flatter, or I'm just being really picky that day, you guys have seen pretty much my braid pattern or whatever. When I wear my units, I'll do 6 braids, but as you guys will see in this clip, I did just 4 big plaits on dry hair. I moisturize my hair, and I'll leave all the products that I moisturize my hair with in the description box, but I just moisturize my hair hair on an old wash and go and put it in 4 big plaits, and literally my hair lays just as flat as it did with cornrows, and it is a lot less manipulation on my hair. I'm working in bigger sections, which is also better for not breaking your hair, just working in larger sections, and it's fine. As you guys can see, like my hair, and then also I will say I do wear a lot of textured units. I don't wear a lot of straight units, but at the same time, even if I were going to cornrow my hair is so long now that I would still have to like take the cornrows and like either sew them up or like twist them and put them here. So it still was going to be some kind of degree of lumpation or whatever. I sound like Wendy Williams when I'm adding that Asian, but that's really like, it would be some kind of degree of lumps going on anyway. If you're somebody like me who has fine textured hair, a lot of times cornrowing can just do more damage than good. And by all means, I have to make this disclaimer every time, but if it works for you, then continue to cornrow your hair. If your hair is the kind of hair that you feel like is really resistant to heat, like your hair doesn't mind being blow dry, or you don't mind blow drying your hair to cornrow, then do that. And then also for me, I'm not the type of person to keep like a particular protective style for a long time. You know, like it just doesn't make sense to keep blow drying my hair to put it under a wig. So nothing special, but I did want to come and kind of bring that to you guys' attention, just because I do feel like that has made a big difference in why my protective styles have probably done better for me recently than they have in the past, just because I really have been paying attention with how much manipulation I've put on my hair. And as you guys know, I pretty much went almost a full 3-month time span where I did not wear my natural hair at all. I was just wearing wigs, and all I did was just do plaits underneath, and I feel like that really saved my hair from a lot of breakage. So that's it, guys. Let me know in the comment section below how you like to prepare your hair under your units. Maybe it's something that I can use or something that our cousins can use. We always love to get new tips and suggestions, and make sure you stay tuned for the demonstration. Thank you guys so much. We're almost at 50K. I'm so excited. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed, like I said, make sure you hit that subscribe button and thumbs up this video. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. So this is what my hair looks like under my units. I literally just have 4 plaits. This is an old wash and go using my Holy Grail wash routine. I'll leave that in the description box as well. And literally all I do is take a couple of bobby pins and pin the braids to the opposite side of my head, and that's what creates like that, you know, flat look that you're looking for. And then of course when you put your wig cap on, it's gonna make it even flatter. So I really don't even see the point of doing cornrows. This particular time I went ahead and put rubber bands on the ends of my hair, which I wouldn't suggest doing just because rubber bands can, you know, tend to be a little stressful on your ends. But I had just trimmed my hair, so you know, when you freshly trim your hair, your ends are kind of really blunt, so it's kind of hard for my hair to stay what is the word I'm looking for, like together right now. So I use rubber bands, but usually I don't do that. But my ends are just really blunt right now. So that's my braid pattern. So now I'm just going to show you guys. I know you've seen me do it a couple of times before, but for those who haven't, I'm just going to show you guys how I install my unit. This is the unit. I already told you guys the specs in the beginning of the video, but this is what it looks like on the wig head. Again, it is a 360-degree lace wig, and I did go ahead and sew my elastic band in the middle because you guys know that is my cheat code. And then I'm just going to put the elastic band on first and then just adjust the unit. The unit is a little too big for me, so I'm having to like kind of make it work, and I've gotten a tan, so I needed a darker wig cap, but we're just gonna make it work. You definitely can make it work however, you know, whatever you're going through that day. So I'm just adjusting it to make it fit as best as I can because it is a little big, and I decided I wanted to wear a side part, so I'm just going to get that part situated. And as you can see, like, my cap was a little too big, but I'm going to fix that with some concealer later. Right now I'm just going to style the unit. This hair was gorgeous, and I really probably didn't even need to style it, but I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what it looks like and how I make my wigs look as natural as possible and how this hair looks styled. So I like to go ahead and spray water on the crown of my head because it gets it to, you know, lay flat and look a lot more realistic. And now I'm just kind of pulling my baby hairs out. I already had gel on my hair from laying my hair down in the braid, so I'm not going to put any additional gel on my baby hairs. I'm just taking like a wet toothbrush and bringing my baby hairs to the front. So that's what you saw me just do, just spray the toothbrush with water. And now I'm just going to style the unit. To style it, I'm just using some water, my Denman brush, and then I'm going to use the mane and tail conditioner that I mentioned in my anti-haul, just because I'm trying to get rid of it. But I found that it does really well on my units. I don't really like it for my natural hair, but it does do well on my units. So I'm just kind of doing the rake and shake method. And as you guys can see, the curls are absolutely gorgeous. I really feel like it mimics a lot of my natural curl pattern if my hair didn't shrink so much, and if my hair was longer. I feel like it mimics a lot of what my natural hair looks like when it's completely wet. So I really did like that, and I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. So that's just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to continue to define the curls using my Denman brush and using the rake and shake method, so you guys can just kind of hang out. And this is it. The final step, I'm just going to take some concealer, actually 2 to 3 shades lighter than my normal skin tone, just because, like I said, my wig cap was a little too light. And this is what it looks like. This is wet. I did go in with a diffuser at the very end and get my hair dry to what you saw in the beginning of this video. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.